So we just got done with a segment about ice. Apparently, Asmongold has some interesting thoughts on it. We have a 2-minute video here, a 3-minute video after this. We're going to run through them as quick as we can because we have a thing to do.
The reason why they're defending this woman, it's because they agree with her and they want to create an ecosystem where being violent and...
Hold on. There we go. No, I'm defending... I don't know this woman at all.
Abusing police officers.
I'm defending her because I don't think you should be shot in the face when you try to drive away from an officer. I don't think that that's a justifiable use of force.
And abusing police officers is accepted. You can see the video.
Also, ICE is not police. ICE and police are not the same thing. Immigration Customs Enforcement. Okay? They're not police.
Clearly, the woman was trying to run him over. She wasn't complying with the police, and they shot her. They don't show...
If you watch this video and think that she was trying to run over the police, you are blind. You are blind or you're lying to yourself. That is not what I see when I watch this.
This angle for a reason, because it paints a much more gray picture. And you can see there's a person... Keep in mind, there is a third officer at this car. This shows it best. Yeah. There it is. The guy was in front of the car. Jesus, okay.
Yeah, we're getting a slow-mo.
So you can see,
She turns her wheels all the way to the right. Look, the angle at which the wheel is at right here. The angle at which the wheel is at right here. And he's already sidestepping it, and she's not trying to hit him. She is just trying to drive away. Why the f*** would she try to hit him? What's the motive?
Jesus, okay. So you can see right there, she's moving forward, and he had to just barely get out of the way. He barely got...
He was ready. He was so ready to pull that thing out and use it. He wanted to kill somebody so bad. Here, let me get out of the way here. You can see Asmongold, his unbrushed teeth in all their glory.
If he hadn't moved, she would have run him.
He really likes to curl his lip up so that you can see all the grease stains on his teeth.
Him over. Watch the tire. See, now the tire is moving forward. You see the tire is moving forward? With the officer directly in front of the car. You can see the spinning. This would have never happened if she had just gotten out of the car, and it would have never happened if she hadn't just tried to block the police in the first place.
It also wouldn't have happened if that police officer hadn't taken his gun out and shot her in the face, but, you know, we'll just put that part aside.
I see her spinning her wheels forward, right there. You're trying to run over that officer. You are. She doesn't give a...
No, she's not. She was backing up, and... have you ever driven a car? Do you know how, like, that's... She was trying to go away, okay?
You're next to a car like that, you can hear it when it starts accelerating. You know what? You actually bring up a great point. I hadn't even thought about this, but the police officer who was in front of the car heard the wheels accelerating. And yeah, absolutely, he's going to pull out his gun. That's a great point. New pictures.
No.
Show the bullet hole in the windshield, so clearly shot from in front of the car. Here we go. And you can see right here, if the cop wasn't in front of the vehicle, then he wouldn't have been able to make this shot.
At an angle! Look at the angle!
I've seen the video. Don't breathe the propaganda machine. The state will ensure there's a full, fair, and expeditious investigation to ensure accountability and justice. You're never going to convince people like Tim Walz that what happened is justified. Because at the end of the day, it's inconvenient for them to accept it, and not accepting it reinforces what they already believe.
Okay, I just can't get over the fact that they think she was trying to run him over. No, she clearly was not. No, she wasn't. That's where the core of this disagreement comes from. She was not trying to run him over, okay? No, she wasn't.
Already believe. Do you think government's responsible for not fixing this originally?
At best you can say he thought she was trying to run him over, okay? That's at best. But from what I see, he jumped to conclusions, and a trained officer should not do that. A trained officer that of any caliber, or of a good caliber, I should say, in this instance, even a rookie, okay, would not have responded like this.
What they already believe. Do you think government's responsible for not fixing this originally? Actually, yes, because they've allowed these ICE protests to escalate to where people feel comfortable and they feel like it's an acceptable behavior to use their car to obstruct law enforcement. The fact is that if they had shut this down originally at the very beginning, this woman would probably still be alive.
Again, I must stress, she would also still be alive if, you know, she hadn't been shot in the face. But I digress. Okay, what's next?
Here is the footage. It's being spread everywhere on the internet. And here
I just finished Attack on Titan. I gotta say, his hair, it's kind of giving, for those who know, you know, like Aaron's final form.
Go. So he gets out of the car. Dog's in the car. You can see
there's a Titan that looks like him. That surprises me not at all.
Very clearly looks at him. She acknowledges. She's smiling at him.
Hey, wait, Aaron did look like homeless Aaron at one point. There's a time skip. This isn't spoilers. I feel like this is still like too good of a this is still too good for Asmongold. The hair's on point, but like first of all, my boy can't grow a beard. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. And second, he looks way more well groomed. Even being like at this point in the show, he's like at a mental hospital. Don't question it. He still looks better than Asmongold does.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face.
And you can see very clearly this is a phone camera. This guy probably learned his lesson from last time somebody tried to run him over.
This home security video shows the driver taking off during a traffic stop, dragging a deportation officer with him.
That's so funny.
That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know.
It's Missouri.
No, it'll
Sorry.
be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking country.
As a citizen.
I may be sub to Remnant, but even I agree with Alec's take. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
So he walks around the car.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Get yourself some lunch.
It's hard to deny it.
Get out of the car.
Okay, this is a phone video. The problem is that this video was taken on the guy's phone. And so when his arm goes up like this, it looks like, because usually this is body cam footage. So we can't tell if he's actually being hit here. He just throws his phone in there and goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
You can hear the thump. Drive, baby, drive.
Also, I'm sorry, the car was not going fast enough to actually, like, do any damage to him. Like, the direction at which she was driving, she was turning away to drive away. She was not trying to hit him. He's not being hit.
Did she say that? Let me hear it again.
Everyone's saying Fafo.
Why would you say this? This changes everything? Out of the car. He's saying out of the car. He's walking up to her. He's saying out of the car.
Okay, so if I put on a uniform and come up to you and say out of the car with a gun drawn, you better get out of the car or else if I shoot you, it's your fault, right? Oh no, that's only if you like sign up for ICE. That's only if you sign up for ICE and make 6 figures a year doing it. Then it's fine.
Big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
It's just because their big boy status was challenged, okay? They're big manly boys, okay? And they felt like they were being challenged, so they said bet. But like, if you feel threatened, you literally let a soccer mom threaten you. You felt so threatened by a soccer mom that you shot her in the face. Think about that. The dog is so scared. Yes, poor doggy. It's very much beside the point.
3 times he told her to get out of the car.
You want to come at us?
I don't care.
You want to come at us.
You want to come at us?
You have somebody want to come at us, drive. She's looking directly at him while she's accelerating the car. And then her wife is saying, drive, baby, drive.
Wait, no, that's wrong. She's literally looking, like, you can't even see which direction her eyes are pointing, but her chin, and you can see this ear, and you cannot see this ear. And the car is still like angled to our right, her left. The car is still angled to her left and she is looking to the right, indicating that she is trying to go that way. I guess it'd be this way for you guys. She is trying to go right and the officer is on the left part of her car.
You see how fast that car went.
Why? He's just lying through his disgusting unbrushed teeth.
You heard that? I want to go back. This is what I said about it the day...
We're going to ignore the part where he calls her a bitch, by the way.
It happened. Right there. She's moving forward.
Oh,
and
I remember
he had to
this.
just barely get out of the way. He barely got... If he hadn't moved, and you can hear that now with the thump, would have run him over. Watch the tire. See, now the tire is moving forward. You see the tire is moving forward? With the... That's
I remember
the revving.
that.
Directly in front of the car.
The tire's turning! It's turning! Okay, do you know how cars work? She's in a hurry to get out of there. She starts the gas as she is turning the wheel because she understands that by the time the wheel is turned that direction, she won't be hitting that guy, okay?
You can see the spinning.
She's not trying to hit him.
I genuinely think that a lot of these people on social media and the media in general are totally to blame for this. This vigilante justice fantasy that these people are selling on the internet needs to die. You have the media saying they're secret police. Their thing says police.
Vigilante justice, that's what ICE is doing, basically. I guess it's not vigilante, but it's extrajudicial. Their judge, jury, and executioner on the spot there. They get to kill people. What this has done is set a precedent. If you are an ICE agent and you go out and tell somebody to do something and they don't do it, they can shoot you. They can just shoot you and get away with it and say, well, they were coming right for me. You see, I felt threatened by their lack of complicity to my unreasonable demands, so I shot them 3 times in the face.
They have lights on their cars, fully decked out in police gear, but you're trying to pretend like they're not. You can't drive over federal officers. You can't ignore lawful orders. You can't decide in the minute of you being detained whether you think that it's justified or not. And if you disagree with it, you just get to drive away. Because here's the truth. It ruined all of her kids' lives. It ruined her life. It ruined her wife's life. It's going to ruin this
Yeah, getting shot in the face will do that, man.
Police officer's life. All for what? So you can get social media likes. And then she dies. It's disgusting.
Unlike me, Asmongold, who famously never does anything just for social media likes. Certainly not harass a trans woman named Yara, who got her entire... Yeah, I won't get into it. We're in a group chat. I won't get into it. Anyway, point is, Asmongold famously never does that. He never does anything for clicks or media attention or anything like that. Someone should force Asmongold to take a shower and go outside and touch grass. I just feel like the dirty comments don't really... I jab at it every once in a while, but those don't hurt him. Those don't hurt him. I truly don't know what would hurt him at this point. I don't know what would like he's insecure about... I remember I had this down to a T. He's insecure about being lazy. I know that. Like, he's kind of come to own it and own all those comments that people make about him. But I think the root of the matter is that he is so lazy that even his ideology is lazy. He is sloth incarnate. This is why sloth is a deadly sin, okay? Because he's realized the path of least resistance here is to side with the fascists. That is the current path of least resistance. That is how he can keep his numbers up and keep making money. And so he has convinced himself to believe it. I think that in his conscious mind, he authentically believes the things he's saying. But really, if you guys have ever studied Freud, okay, there's the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is like the baser desires, right? That's where you just want food, you want to relax, you don't want to feel in pain. That's all your id's desires, right? Like baser desires. The id has shoved its hand so far up his ass, like his consciousness ass, that it's puppeting him. He's a slave to like his sloth, if that makes sense. And there will come a day, when it is more convenient and easier to be on the left side of this, because the left will either be in power or at the very least a centrist will be in power, and we will be recognizing how awful the things that Donald Trump and his administration did were. And then he'll try to flip-flop. I guarantee you. It'll be easier. And so he'll switch sides. His thumbnails look unironically like the most stereotypical YouTube shit ever. Apparently they're better than my latest thumbnail because I got like no clicks on this shit. 58 views in 3 hours. My God, we're falling off. It is kind of a shit thumbnail. I don't know why I thought it'd be good. Maybe I'll remake it at some point. But I at least put effort into it. Well, a funny thing is, he doesn't even make his thumbnails. Like, these are his... This is the work of his lackeys. Anyway, that's Asmongold and his coverage on the situation. I don't think the guy's evil. I just think he's really lazy, and this is the easiest path forward right now, which culminates in him saying evil things. So the end result's the same. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.